Hello everyone, it's Karina with Karina Loves to Plan. Thank you for joining me in my little corner of the internet where I'm sharing my pens and inks and planners and just having fun chatting about all of that. So I'm here looking at the state of my fountain pen and ink collection as of, and I'm going to say end of June, because I haven't done my stats yet for July. And I got this idea from Simona, or Simone, when she did her state of her collection, but also Grace of Wildly Imaginable. I always try to do or take stock of my progress or the state of my collection at the end of each month. And I haven't really been able to do that for the month of June. I've kind of done that for all of the previous months, and I really wanted to do just a half year or a mid-year state of collection. So that's what this video is going to be about. It might not be a very long video, it might be a chatty video, but we'll see. All right, so I've already gone ahead and written my lovely title in here. We'll go straight into pens, and I'm going to use my Franklin Christoph here, and let's zoom in. Okay, so let us look, oh boy, at the state of my collection as of the end of June. So I'm going to write actually here as of June 30th, 2025. And let's go straight into pens. So the total number of pens that I own as of June 30th is 54. However, that doesn't count my Jinhao 10s. I'm going to be perfectly honest. So basically, I'm going to put that in a different category. But I started the year, so in January, or basically January 1st, I started the year with 48. Watch these numbers now. How many pens I've purchased in 2025? I have purchased 12. Wow. I have been gifted 3, and I have sold or given away 9. Why does that number not make sense now? Because, oh no, it does make sense, because then the total that I've acquired is 15, but then the amount that I've sold is 9. So the increase of 6 from January 1st is correct. My math is not mathing. And that makes perfect sense to me, which almost adds up to 1 pen a month if you look at it that way. But if we're looking at my stats, in January, I acquired 4 pens and sold 1. In February, I acquired 2 pens and sold 3. In March, I purchased a pen, but also sold a pen. And then in April, I purchased 1 pen, sold 3 pens. May was probably the biggest acquisition month. I purchased 6 pens and was gifted 1. And then June, I didn't actually purchase any pens in June. And then I gave 1 of my pens. So I gave my Le Bon 325 in Cambridge to my husband. So it's no longer in my collection. So my habits actually over the last 6 months have been surprising, because I look at this same time last year. So January to June of 2024, I had acquired 14 pens. Wait, I had acquired 18 pens, so 3 more than what I had. But then I had sold, let me look at those stats here. I had sold, oh wow, 19. I had sold 19. So last year, my numbers were pretty much all over the place. Yeah, funny enough, I had started 2024 with 38 pens, and then by the end of June I had 37. So I had less pens by the end after 6 months, whereas this, I went up 6 pens. However, this does not include my Jinhao 10s. And I don't include them, and I don't know why I don't include them. I think it's because of, you know what, I don't really know why I don't include them, and I really should, because if I do include them, then that number is 58. Is there something in me that is preventing me from adding them to my rotation? They're pens that I do enjoy using. So why don't I include them in my number? I don't know. Maybe I should include them in my number. And that's something to think about. I'm actually going to write that here. Why don't I include them? It kind of takes me to Simona's state of her collection, where she has pens for different reasons. But I don't think my Jinhao 10s fall into a different category than the rest of my pens. I still want to include them in the rotation, but I also have them because they're pens that I can throw in my bag and not be afraid of them getting wrecked. And I hate saying that because all of my pens mean something to me and they all have their value. So I don't know, maybe that's just something I need to discover or explore on my own as to why I'm not including my Jinhao 10s in my collection. Or maybe I just should. Maybe. We'll think about that. Okay, so pens, total collection is 54, not including the Jinhao pens. I have four. I have four Jinhao 10s. And yeah, I don't know, something to think about. If you have any insight into why I'm not including these in my collection, I don't know. I don't know. And I think maybe I should. And now I don't even know when I purchased them. And I think I'm actually, hold on. Okay, so after some investigation, I did, let's see, if I was adding this, I would have ended 2024 with 49 because I bought one of the Jinhao 10s at the end of December. And then one was purchased in January and then two were purchased in March. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and change this number to 58 to include the Jinhao 10s, which means that this number should actually be an increase of 10. See how I changed that? I don't know why, but yeah, this was a whole thing that I had to, I don't know why. Now I've got to add them to my spreadsheet. But anyway, after all of that, I have 58 fountain pens. And so I've increased 10 since the beginning of the year. So now let's actually switch to a different pen and write with a different one here. Now we'll go to my inks. And inks are a different one for me because I categorize samples and bottles differently. So when I talk about inks, let's do samples first. So in January, or at the beginning of January, I started with 61 samples. And I categorized them all in my book. And then today, or I say today, but as of June 30th, I have, where are we? 88 samples. And that doesn't tell the whole story because in the year of 2025, I have purchased 11 samples. Yes, I'm just looking through here. 11 samples, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I've purchased 11 samples. Then gifted, oh no, that's not right. Sorry, this is 18. Gifted, so people in the fountain pen community sending me samples, which is so lovely. I've been gifted 81 samples so far this year. And then ink samples that I've used or given away. So used or given away is 80, which is crazy, The numbers, I'm thinking here, the numbers kind of don't add up because there should be from this number 27, right, that I've increased. But according to this, I've gone up 19. So I need to look at my numbers. This number of 88 samples is from my spreadsheet. So all of these numbers are from my spreadsheet, but this particular number is from the samples that I've cataloged. Yes, from all the samples that I've cataloged. So these numbers are on a different tab, which may not have all corresponded correctly. Okay, but that's okay. Knowing that I have 88 and I've gone up that much, the numbers may not always match, but at least I know what's come in and what's come out. With these samples, what I like to do is catalog them and then put them in my spreadsheet to try and get an accurate number. And as we're seeing here, it's not working out. But it does give me an idea of how far I've come because samples for me are a huge part of what I go through for my currently inked every year and for my ink explorations. There's so many different inks out there and I'm so grateful for all of the ink samples that friends send me. And this just shows how much I've already done or gone through within the first 6 months. So many inks, so many inks. Now let's go to bottles. I started the year with 56 bottles, and that also counts like the smaller bottles, like the Jacques Herbin bottles or these Inkvent bottles that came with the Inkvent. Let's move this up a little bit. Then as of June 30th, I did buy a few bottles this year. So as of June 30th, I have 75 bottles. So how many have I purchased? I've purchased 12. I've been gifted 10. That doesn't seem right. I feel like it should be more than that because no, Anderillium gave me their inks at the end of last year. Okay, so I've been gifted 10, and then I used or gave away 3. So that seems right. That number actually seems right. The only number that seems off is my sample count. But looking at all of these numbers, how do I feel about the current state of my collection? You could hear how conflicted I was by not including Jinhao Tens. And I don't know why I didn't include them, because owning Jinhao Tens, I love my Jinhao Tens. There's nothing that I see wrong with my Jinhao Tens. I think they're a great part of the collection. Maybe I didn't include them in the number because they weren't part of the regular rotation. They were pens that I wanted to just have as my planner pens. And maybe that's why I had difficulty including them in the number, because they weren't in the same category as pens that I rotate, for example, in my currently inked. But I do want to actually include them in my rotation when I'm doing my currently inked every month. So I think that's going to change how I categorize them, and I'm going to include them in my count. So 58 pens. Now, how do I feel about that number? I'm at the place in my collection where my collection is pretty fluid. As you've seen over the years, I don't hesitate to sell a pen if it's going to help me fund another pen, or if I feel like there's other pens in my collection that I would rather own. So my collection kind of funds itself in a way. And at the place that I'm at now, I'm pretty happy with what I have. There's nothing that I'm really yearning for or pining for or chasing for. There's no grail out there for me at the moment. I'm pretty happy with what I have, and I still want to explore what I have. So this number is fine for me. I don't feel any anxiety about this number, but I do remember when I did my collection video back in 2023, I ended 2023 with 38 pens. So this is a big increase from then. And it's also been a bit of a change in mindset as well. So I've been grateful to receive pens, as gifts from retailers, and to also be able to use some of the money from my sticker shop to be able to purchase pens. And I feel very, very grateful for that. And I don't, take that for granted. So now I'm very, very intentional about how I purchase pens, but also I'm intentional about what pens I'm selling and what I want to keep in my collection. And I'm not constantly chasing for that new pen or for that new rush right now. I'm pretty happy with what I have. Then when it comes to ink samples and ink bottles, I think in 2020, let's see here, I forget which year it was, whether it was 2023 or 2024, where I said no bottles would be purchased. And I'm happy with what I currently have for inks, especially with, the fact that I'm so grateful for friends who are sending me ink samples. I get the opportunity to try so many inks, which is fantastic. And I'm so happy for that. And that keeps me from having to buy more inks, especially because I'm realizing that even if an ink looks different and beautiful on an ink swatch, it may not look that different in a fine or an extra fine nib. So I'm trying to keep my bottle purchases at bay here as well. Interesting to do some reflection on the state of my collection and where I'm at. I'm very grateful for everything that I have in my collection at the moment, and it's definitely changed over the years. So this number is not even the same So for example, the pens that are in that number are not even all of the same pens from my pen collection from a couple of years ago. So my taste changed over time. My budget has changed over time. The opportunities I've been given have changed over time, which is why I like to do these, because it's a snapshot into where I'm at in my fountain pen journey. All right, that was a lot of talking just to go over some numbers, but let me know your thoughts on the state of your collection currently. How are you feeling about your collection? Is it at a number that you're comfortable with or uncomfortable with? How are you feeling about the inks that you currently own? Let me know down in the comments below, and let's start a little bit of a conversation or a discussion. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button and to subscribe. Thanks again, and have yourselves a great day.